Are you looking for the best hair straighteners? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best hair straighteners on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Paul Mitchell Express Ion Style Plus Ceramic Flat Iron. What constitutes a preferred hair straightener is subjective, given the wide range of hair types and preferences, but this unassuming iron from Paul Mitchell is likely to satisfy most people. It's sturdy but still reasonably lightweight, with a 9-ounce body, plus its 1-inch plates are easy to maneuver for those who also like to create waves and flips. The buttons on the inside are recessed to avoid accidental pushes, and there's a simple digital display on top to indicate the temperature. The plates are ceramic to minimize damage, but surprisingly, I found them to work almost as well as titanium on my blow-dry 3A curls. That's despite the lower maximum temperature, in this case, 410 degrees Fahrenheit, which takes 1 minute to heat up, as accurately indicated on the box. This efficacy could be due to the iron's ion technology, see below for an explanation. Number 2. Sutra IR2 Infrared Flat Iron. The Sutra's 1-inch plates heat up to a rip-roaring 450 degrees Fahrenheit in a surprisingly quick 23 seconds with a push of a button. This high temperature is its default setting, for better or worse, so those who like a lower heat might prefer an iron they don't have to turn down each time they turn it on. Also, the IR2's matte black and rose gold body, while quite solid, isn't the lightest I've used at 13 ounces, so some people might find their hand getting fatigued. Mine did not, however, even though I have mid-back length hair. An affordable alternative, hair doesn't come out as shiny and doesn't stay straight quite as long as with the Sutra, nor does this iron heat up as fast, about a minute compared with the Sutra's 23 seconds, but I was impressed with the Kristen S3-in-1 hair straightener, $68, as an affordable titanium plate entry that handles tough straightening tasks with aplomb. Be aware that during our testing the matte white finish seemed to attract stains rather quickly, from eyeshadow to tinted dry shampoo, but it's still a great pick for someone with super curly hair who isn't ready to shell out $175. Number 3. Dyson Airstrait Straightener. I was afraid the new batch of wet-to-dry stylers would sizzle hair off like the ones in the early 2000s. But now there are a few that actually work. Dyson's Airstrait, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, has the same form factor as a standard flat iron, but instead of hot plates, it uses airflow to dry and straighten your hair simultaneously. Using one focused jet of air that moves downward, it dries your hair with a natural, smooth finish. You'll also have the option between 2 main styling modes, wet and dry, and 3 temperature settings for each. I typically use it on wet mode to fully dry my hair and switch to dry mode to flatten any puffiness. The entire process, which normally takes about 45 minutes, now only takes 12 to 15 minutes. It's worth noting the Airstrait might not work on multiple hair types, despite Dyson's claims. It works great on my short, curly locks regardless of whether they're wet or dry. But reviewer Medea Giordano's hair is very coarse and also much curlier than mine. The Airstrait worked well on her damp and dry hair, but she prefers using the Rev Air when styling wet hair because it's faster and dries larger sections. The Airstrait, on the other hand, does a better job of smoothing her hair when it's damp or dry. Number 4. Qi Original Ceramic Flat Iron. Qi is highly regarded, and this straightener in particular is an almost permanent feature at the top of Amazon's bestsellers list. It comes with a lot of hype, and in my testing it more than lived up to it. Its ceramic plates heat up to 392 degrees Fahrenheit, 202 Celsius, in seconds. It's one of the fastest straighteners I've tried, and it creates sleek styles with minimal passes. Its curved edges make it great for creating soft curls and flicks, and it feels super lightweight. There are a couple of sacrifices you make for this cheaper price. The hinge has a tendency to trap and pull on the hair, and the outer plastic gets hot while styling, making it uncomfortable to touch. It doesn't burn the skin, it's just hotter than other straighteners I've tried. Neither of these complaints are enough to outweigh just how good it is for the price, though. Number 5. GHD Chronos. Manufacturer GHD pioneered the use of the ceramic hot plate, and its newest straightener proves that it's a leader in the space. The GHD Chronos is the next step up from the Platinum Plus, and has the same 1-inch plates, a power button on the inside, and one temperature option, 365 degrees Fahrenheit. However, instead of its older ultrazone technology, the Chronos is the only hair tool to include the company's new HD motion responsive technology, which delivers even heat distribution based on your styling motion. With Cavia styling plates and a redesigned hinge, it's also better for curling hair. With my coarse and thick hair, I typically crank my flat iron up to the highest heat setting, which ranges between 400 and 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I assumed the single 365 degrees Fahrenheit would require multiple passes and take forever to get through all of my hair. I couldn't be more wrong. It not only took one pass per section, but I was done in under 10 minutes. My hair also felt extremely healthy, frizz-free, and super shiny, which is exactly how I described straightening my hair with the more expensive Airstrait, $500. Although I wasn't a fan of the inability to control the temperature at first, it forced me to apply less heat and do less damage to my hair. Number 6. Drybar Reserve Vibrating Styling Iron. This one is the most unique of all the hair straighteners I've used, because it comes with vibrating technology. According to Drybar, the feature creates the perfect amount of tension to avoid harsh pulls. I was skeptical until I saw it work. I tested whether the vibration makes a difference by straightening the left side of my head with the feature turned off and the right side of my head with it on. There's a dedicated button to turn it on and off. I can confirm it does. The left side took me about 2 to 3 passes on my coarse, thick strands, while the right side took only 1 pass. The latter was also noticeably shinier. It was easy to curl my hair with too. My curls held a lot longer throughout the day with the additional tension even without hairspray. It barely snagged my hair either. I only saw a few strands in the sink after I was done, but that's normal for me. It's only available in a 1-inch ceramic plate size, but it still worked well for my longer hair, which reaches a few inches past my shoulders. You'll also have the choice between 5 heat settings: 250 degrees, 300 degrees, 350 degrees, 400 degrees, and 450 degrees Fahrenheit. The company recommends the highest heat setting for thick/coarse hair, but I was able to successfully straighten my hair at 400 degrees in only 10 minutes. My straight, shiny locks also lasted for multiple days before I had to touch up my hair again. It makes me wonder why all flat irons don't incorporate similar vibrations. Number 7. GHD Duet Style. The GHD Duet Style looks very much like a large flat iron, except that hot air vents are on the center of each arm to dry your wet hair with a single pass. You can stop there, or, if you want to add extra shine, you can switch the Duet Style to Shine Shot mode. This turns off the air, and turns on 2 thin ceramic plates, thus transforming the Duet Style into a traditional hot plate straightener. In my time testing the Duet Style, the wet mode was more than enough to create poker straight styles. The only time I used the Shine Shot mode was when I hadn't quite managed to straighten the shorter hairs around my hairline. However, if you have thicker or longer hair, you'll likely find the Shine Shot mode much more useful. The hot plates are what sets the Duet Style apart from the Airstrait, which by comparison only uses hot air, but in terms of usage and design they produce the same outcome. This means your choice will likely come down to price or brand loyalty.